Log on to Facebook sometime, and it's telling me your gallery's updated, but 500 of your pictures are the same. It looks like you pissed up every day with your mates at club nights. And I hate to be uptight, but I just find it a shame you're afraid of the sunlight. And whether people never quite look like the profile picture they pick for the front right, it's funny what the camera does to you. That must be why you stood by someone fatter and uglier. So you look better in comparison, but it's apparent that you're shallow and that that's what you've done here. Nah, you look absolutely fabulous, so let's have a game of Scrabulous. Mafia Wars, Mafia Wars. How many times do I have to click ignore? I didn't want to play it when you asked me before, so what the hell are you still asking me for? If only there was an application that let me smash your face in.
600 million people like me, like this. Are you taking the piss, or is there something I've missed? 600 million people like me, like this. Are you taking the piss?
Attempting a Facebook chat's never ending. It says this forever. Sending, sending. Exactly after you've said something regretful, it's essential it gets corrected. Like, I was chatting to my friend and said this: let's get together for a bevy this weekend, Chris. But because it only sent the first section, it gets the impression there's sexual tension. Now there's an extra dimension to friendship I didn't expect, and flipping heck, did I mention I hate the rate of your inane status update? I couldn't give a you just baked some cupcakes. If you wouldn't tell me in the pub to my face, why would I want to clutter in my front page? Some days I'm amazed to witness the shitness of other people's daily business, and I'm sick with these lazy idiots. I lost my phone, can you post up your digits? They say if it exists, it's born of it, while others also on Facebook war for it. If a million people join this group, then I'll call my firstborn boy soon. Are you coming to my concert? Well, I would, but I'm on another continent. Every time I log on, there's a bird who's certain he's an entrepreneur. Sir, you don't understand. I won't become a fan of your club promoter brand or Stones cover band. If you're looking for fans, you need another plan. Stop spamming us with your rubbish ads. On the other hand, if you're watching this, click on the link and become a fan of Dan.
600 million people like me, like this. Are you taking the piss, or is there something I've missed? 600 million people like me, like this. Are you taking the piss?
It must be productively harmful when there's less farmers on farms than on Farmville. I'm milking a cash cow for sheep, wanna buy some? I'm thrilled, can you see my excitement? These ads are leaving me frightened. How can they see I need my teeth whitened? Now the security's been tightened, it's even easier to peek at your private details. Provide us your email, we'll make your penis 3 times the size. And hiding's not an option, this is social. Global is the new local. Applications, invitations, poking open relations. If it's a complicated situation, you won't fix it with switching your status. Suggesting I had a lad that went to my class I haven't met since reception. Why dredge up the past? We should reconnect, we haven't spoken in a while. I know, that's because I find you totally vile. If we met now, we'd both run a mile. So why is this bloke on my file? Dunno. Next time I'm asked what's on my mind, I might just click in the box and reply.
600 million people like me, like this. Are you taking the piss, or is there something I've missed? 600 million people like me, like this. Are you taking the piss?
I check out my Twitter feed occasionally, and the shit I see's basically make-believe. Peeps claim it's the place to be, but that amazes me because it tastes of weed. All the food for thought, here's the sort to damage you. If it was a restaurant, I'd talk to the manager. Quick twit, think you should have brought your camera. Now breaking a story's a sport for amateurs, and if it's a case of the more the merrier. How witty can you be in 140 characters? In the days of broadband, I really would have thought that you could have more than that. Dan, give up the ridiculous voice because you're missing the point and you're a twat. Fair enough, that's freedom of speech, but I wouldn't have thought that from reading your tweets, because each of them seems to be equally meaningless sequences of ceaseless frequency. So could you please have the decency to give your private life a tiny bit of secrecy?
600 million people like me, like this. Are you taking the piss, or is there something I've missed? 600 million people like me, like this. Are you taking the piss?
Once upon a time I was fond of Don Jolly. Before I saw him come across as a Don Wally. He can't cope with the folks that provoke him, and so now Dom's gone off his damn trolley. And that's the folly of the modern celebrity. Act like a twat and everybody sees. I try to be nice, but my mind in a cycle of retweets. Heaps of shite to recycle, but aside from the gripes, it's a quite good sight. There were far flight from the times of the typewriter. Typing lol looks like a TIE fighter could acquire more followers than the Pied Piper. My favourite pastime is pasting an @ sign before people's names and then making up crap rhymes. Oh, that's nice. Now I'm just another gas bag with a hashtag gag and a tagline. You might be thinking, Dan, leave, I try, but I keep coming back like Stephen Fry for the sneak peek into Mr. Bieber's life. From the feedback you'd see that he's the Messiah. But if Jesus Christ preached gospel on Twitter, I believe in the Bible it'd be a lot thicker. Even the scribes couldn't even describe with e-readers, they need to drop quicker. What literary miscellaneous or is it any we can literally live from the litany of this to the little penny to the interwebby? It's a very, 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 very little bit shit in it.
600 million people like me like this. Are you taking the piss, or is there something I've missed? 600 million people like me like this. Are you taking the piss?
Having trouble with Google Plus, cause I don't know who to trust. Twitter, Facebook, two's enough. Do we need another place for stupid stuff? Remember MySpace, it was a nice place. Still Facebook made it a giant waste. Now MySpace Tom uses Google, so it's clear which one's more useful. 1 + 1 is 2, but if you only get 1 + 1, it's poo. Lots of filters for content and you, but there's not one that tells us what bit is true. It's doubtful to me, I can helpfully glean that from the crap moving up and down on my screen. I've run out of steam with the amount in my stream, but inside the space, who can tell when you scream?
600 million people like me like this. Are you taking the piss, or is there something I've missed? 600 million people like me like this. Are you taking the piss?
My social ties are total lies, but I'm too tied in to show you why. I'm totally fly when I socialise. I got a bigger circle than the goatsy guy. Though I'm uncertain how circles work. Is it some kind of circle jerk? As it seems to me that the hangout is just a place for good mates to get their wang out. Hang about, I don't wanna stand out. I'm just trying to protect my ring like Gandalf. And nowadays staying private's an art. Michelangelo's David's private parts couldn't be more on view than you, so I might as well use my googlies as a Google Doodle. When Google don't know what I'm googling, they know my shoe size, my bowel movements and the mood I'm in. The bits I miss when I do the hoovering, and with whom I'm canoodling. Never mind recycling, move me to the loony bin. If Google's the future, then losers are Ubermen.
600